It was a match. And I was like, oh, okay, he's looking cute. Okay. Wow. Nimeangukia jackpot. From the way he's talking, he has the money. Who doesn't love money? Welcome back for yet another interesting video. Yay! So guys, thank you so much for the support you have shown me in my videos. I don't think I normally say thank you enough to you guys, but thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, you are the real OG and you don't even know it. You are the real MVP. Anyway, guys, in case you're stopping by and in case it's your first time watching this beautiful face, I'm Olivia Ongere and I do content around lifestyle, beauty, fashion, hauls, story time, you name it. I do content around anything in between that life has to offer. So guys, today I'm back again with another exciting video for you guys. So I've noticed you guys love story times, especially when it involves the other gender. You guys are normally hooked. So guys, I wanted to do another story time. Story time. So guys, I met this guy on a dating app. I'm not going to share which dating app this is. So we vibed. And as usual, you know how it goes on the dating apps, right? So I know a lot of you always have bad things to say about dating apps and stuff. And I'm here to tell you that sometimes it goes a positive way. It's not always negative. So I met this guy on a dating app. I'm not going to tell you which one. I'm not going to advertise for them for free. So if you want to know the dating app, DM me. I will let you know. Slide in my DM. I'll leave my Instagram handle. Just tell me, I watched your video and I wanted to know the dating app you are talking about on this particular video, and I'll let you know. So without further ado, let's start this story time because I've already yapped for like 11 minutes. So I met this guy on a dating app. Oh my God. I always feel so cringe when I talk about my dating experience online because I feel like some people who know me, watch me, and sometimes I talk about things that I've not told most people. Like only my close friends know about them. And now when I put them out there, I always cringe like, oh my God, they're gonna know. But anyway, that's what creating content is about, getting out of your comfort zone and sharing your life experience, your stories with the whole world, okay? So yeah, can we just talk about how people always view people who use dating apps differently? Is it only me, or I feel like people tend to judge people who use dating apps a lot? Is it just me who has observed that, or it's everywhere? I feel like people who use dating apps are judged a lot. So we swiped each other. When you like someone, you swipe, is it right or left? When you don't like, you swipe left. Yeah, is it? Yeah. When you like somebody, you swipe right. So we swiped right and boom, it was a match. And I was like, oh, okay, he's looking cute. Okay. So yeah. And yeah, we started talking. And like, you know, when you talk to someone and you feel like you're vibing, like we immediately vibed, like immediately, instantly, we clicked instantly. Should I say it was love at first swipe or love at first sight? I don't know. So yeah, we immediately clicked and we started talking. We talked. And I remember at some point, he told me, I feel like we have clicked. I think we should switch to WhatsApp. So that definitely means I was to give him my number. And that was after how many days? I think it was after 3 days of talking on the app. So another red flag, like we exchanged contacts too soon, like after 3 days of talking on the app. And I was just like, okay, I feel like we are kind of vibing, so what's the harm? I gave out my number and we started talking on WhatsApp. So this guy was not Kenyan. We started talking actually on WhatsApp and the vibes were still there. I remember the first phone call that we had. It was a video call and we talked for like 3 hours. Like, I don't know what we were talking about, but the vibes were just vibing. Like the vibes were just vibing. So we talked for like 3 hours and I was just like, wow, this has never happened to anyone I've ever met on the app. So he was like he was so vibey, like he was, I don't know, we were just in love. We were just in love at first swipe and we just vibed. Like we just vibed. Imagine the first video call, we talked for 3 hours straight and he was not in the country. So yeah, but he told me, oh, I'll be coming in the country like after 2 weeks. So he was in, okay, should I say where he was? Okay, yeah. Okay, so guys, okay, I feel like I'm everywhere with this story. Even thinking of it, I'm just like happy because of how he made me feel. But we are not together, of which I'll tell you that. So when we matched, he was not in the country, but he told me he'll be visiting Kenya. He'll be coming to Kenya. He has some investments in Kenya that he wants to work on. So he'll be coming to Kenya. And he has visited Kenya before. He has been to Kenya before, but at the moment he was not in the country. He was in Mauritius. Yeah, so I remember even him telling me, oh, do you know you don't need a visa? Did he tell me you don't need a visa to go to Mauritius? I don't know. Yeah, kindly correct me down in the comment section. Is it true that you don't need a visa? I don't know, something along those lines. So he told me, oh, do you know you can actually come to Mauritius without a visa? And I was like, oh, really? Yeah. And he even showed me around where he was staying. He even told me, oh, baby, I have my own place here in Mauritius. That's why I juggle in between Kenya and Mauritius. And I was just like, okay. You're not only fine, you also have some money. Oh my God. Okay. Women with money. Anyway, I was just like, wow, what? Like, nimeangukia. So I was, at the back of my mind, I was just, oh, this guy is not only fine, but he has some money. Okay, so, okay. Oh, guys. So we talked. I remember the first video call went so well, and I was basically just me. I didn't have any makeup on. Like I was just like just like this. I didn't have any makeup on. I remember I was just at home actually, and it was on a Sunday. I was just at home. I didn't have any makeup on. I'd just come from church that day. That day I went to church. I'd just come from church. I had changed into my comfort clothes. Like I didn't put in any effort. You know, when it's a video call and you have met online, how you put in effort for your first video call because you want to appear a certain way. So I didn't put in any effort. I just received that video call as I was. I didn't put in any effort, and he liked what he saw. I liked what I saw, and yeah. So we talked. We continued to talk after that video call. We talked. I remember I was even the one telling him, oh, I now need to get off. I need to go do something. Can we talk later? Because we could talk. Like if I didn't like try to end the conversation, we could have ended up talking even for 5 hours. So we talked for 3 hours, the first video call. That's how you know we had vibed. I remember him telling me his birthday was on a Wednesday and he was going to spend with his friends on Wednesday, so he won't be really available. Again, this guy was ticking all my boxes. Like, he even told me in advance, like, oh, my birthday is coming up on Wednesday, so if I don't talk to you on Wednesday, don't feel like I've ghosted you. It's just that I'll be with my friends, I'll be celebrating my birthday, so I won't talk to you. Hey guys, like mimi nilikuwa nimeisha. I was just like, wow, nimeangukia jackpot. Yo, first of all, the guy has got the looks. Second of all, from the way he's talking, he has the money. Who doesn't love money? And then he can communicate. Like he communicates my language. Oh my god. If there's something I really love about, I really appreciate when talking to someone, is someone who tells me like, I won't be available, so that like, let me know in advance, like, hey, if you see me silent, it's because of this, I'm working, I'll be working, I really value people who like, who are good with communication. Actually, me, if your communication is work, I don't think we can be in a relationship, because I really value communication. I'm not the type of people who will be in a relationship with someone and then expect not to talk. A day or two goes by and we have not talked and we are in a relationship. I'm not that type of a girl. So as at now, we are still talking. We are still not dating. Like, he hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend, but we are talking almost daily. So he told me on Wednesday I won't be available. And I remembered I sent him happy birthday. I remembered his birthday and I sent him a happy birthday text in the morning, Wednesday morning. Yeah, if you know me, you know I'm very big on birthdays. So I remember I sent him a message in the morning and he told me, hey, I remembered today is your birthday and just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Enjoy your day with your friends, all that. So I sent him a text and I remember he was so happy. He told me, oh, you remembered. And he told me, oh, that made me feel special that you remembered my birthday and I just told you. Like, he didn't take it seriously when he was telling me about his birthday. And yeah, so I was just like, yeah, I'm big on birthdays and I always like to make people feel special on their birthday and I want the same. So yeah, I sent him a text and I told him, happy birthday, enjoy your day. And then the first red flag, okay guys, the first red flag was, can you guess? And then he told me I'm celebrating my birthday. Like, the age that he told me was not the age that was on the app. Ting, 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 first red flag. Okay? So I was just like, wow, so you lied about your age. And he told me, oh, I saw your age. And I was just like, first of all, the age gap was so different. I think it was 15 years age gap difference. Can you imagine 15 years between me and him? He was 15 years older. Now his real age, 15 years. I like older men. I like my men old, but 15 years, 15 years, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that, because yeah, so it was 15 years age gap different. But remember, before now, his real age on the app and my real age was showing that we have 8 years age gap different. Was it 8 or 9? Which I was okay with that. 8-9 years age gap difference. To me, I'm so much okay. I'm very much okay with an 8-year age gap difference relationship. 9 years is okay. 10 years is okay. Like, I'm okay. I love older men, but not old. I prefer older men. So maximum 10 years age gap, I don't mind. To be honest, I don't mind, but this now was 15 15, so you can imagine. But he didn't look like it. Totally. He looked so young. And in fact, now when I met him in person, wow, guys, I was struck. Like, he looked way young. He looked so cute. We'll get to that. So yeah, so he told me his age, his now real age, and he's like, yeah, but then it's my this is my real age. The age on the app is not correct, and I just thought I will tell you this now that I'm celebrating my birthday. And I was just like, wow, what other lies? Like, what other things have you lied about that you're yet to tell me if you have lied about your age? And he was just like, I really liked you, and I saw your age, and I saw my age, and I thought of, like, he didn't want to miss the chance just because of the age difference between us. So I was just like, wow, okay, that was a red flag. And I was just like, it's your birthday, I'll let it pass, we'll talk about it some other time. So I was just like, okay, fine. And I just asked him, what else about you have you told me that is not true, that I should know? And he was just like, no, it's only that. I don't think there's anything else that I've lied about to you. So I let that slide. And I remember on that Wednesday, we only talked that in the morning. And then on Thursday, he texted me, and I didn't reply like immediately. I took my sweet time because this age thing was just like, wow. I was just thinking about it. I was just like, should I continue tolerating this, knowing very well I'm not so comfortable with this age gap thing, or I just talk to him? So I really took some time, and then he texted me again. I didn't reply the first message he sent me. Actually, I think he sent me pictures of him on a yacht somewhere with his friends. So he sent me that, like, he was trying to let me know how he celebrated his birthday. So he sent me pictures of him in a yacht, all white. It was an all white party event with his friends, and he sent me pictures, and I didn't react to it because I felt some type of way about him lying about his age. Like, we have talked for like now, was it now 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? 2 weeks now. And you felt comfortable not telling me your real age. So I was a bit ish about that, the age lie part. And he sent me a photo in the morning the next day on Thursday. I'm telling you this because, okay, so he was to fly back. He was to fly back in Kenya on Friday. Yeah. Wednesday. Yeah, because his birthday was on a Wednesday, and then he was to fly back on a was it on a Sunday or Friday? Yeah, of the same week. So yeah, he texted me, and I didn't reply, and then he texted me again after some hours. I saw his message. He told me, oh, I'm really sorry about the age situation, and I want you to forgive me, but I don't want to force you into something that you don't want. So just let me know, like, if we are still cool or not. And I was just like, it's okay. But I thought you should have told me this before, so that I could have made a decision based on that before, like, getting to know you, like, before engaging myself in this situationship that we were having. Remember, at this point, he has not asked me to be his girlfriend, okay? So yeah, so that was the first red flag, the age, and I let it slide. I was just like, you know what? Let me just move with the flow. We have vibed with this guy, and he seemed genuine. He's so cute. So what's age? Age is just but a number. So let me give him a chance. So I let that slide, and I continued with the conversation. We continued talking. So he flew back. He flew in back, or he flew English. This is the most raw video I've ever done. Like, so he flew back to Kenya, and I didn't want to, I kind of felt the need to go pick him up at the airport, but then I was just like, no, don't rush things. He's not yet your man. He's not your man yet. So yeah, let him just come. So he flew back on Sunday. Was it a Sunday or a Friday? I don't remember. Okay, he flew in back from Mauritius to Kenya. And then he told me, oh, my friend, remember, he's someone who has been to Kenya before. So he had already made some friends here in Kenya. He told me, oh, my friend will pick me up at the airport. And I was just like, okay, cool, you let me know. So he told me, again, this guy was so good with communication. On the day of his flight, he told me, hey, now we are leaving, I'll be in Kenya. Once I land, I'll let you know. And he did that. When he landed, he told me, I'm already back in the country. Now we can plan and meet up in person. So yeah, he flew back. Was it on a Sunday? I think it was on a Sunday. And then he told me, I'll be available on Wednesday. So will you be up for a dinner date, for our first date, our first meetup? Wow. And I was just like, wow, this guy, like, he's really doing the thing, y'all. Okay. So remember, we had already vibed. We were talking daily, like we used to talk daily. And he was very good with communication. Like, if you want to win me over, just be good with communication. So this is now us. We're going to meet for the first time. Okay? For the first time, we're going to meet. Yeah. So I was so excited about it. So because this guy was hot on, like, when I tell you he doesn't look his age, I don't know if by the end of this video I should tell you his real age. Yeah. No, now you guys will do the math and then you start guessing my age. But anyway, age is just but a number. So yeah. So I think if you want to know the real age of this guy, I wish I could put pictures of him. Do I even still have his pictures? I don't think so. I think I deleted the pictures recently. Yeah. So the guy was like, he didn't look his age. He was so cute. He was so okay, guys. So he planned a date and we met for the first time. Oh my God. Like, I remember he reserved, we met in Westlands. I won't tell you the exact place. Oh my God, because you guys, I remember I even posted on my Instagram. I don't know if you guys will remember, but I know most of you who follow me on YouTube do not follow me on Instagram. So we met somewhere in Westlands, a very nice place. Yeah, it was a very nice place. And I was just like, wow, this guy has money. He really does. So, okay, not because of the place he chose, but he showed me that he had class. Yeah. So we met, he set up the date, we met. I remember the day of the date. I was so nervous, like, because this is someone you're going to meet for the first time. You don't know what to, okay, you've seen them on video, but you know, like, the way someone might look on video is not the way, like, maybe they lied about their height. You know, I'm so conscious about height because I'm a tall girl, and imagine someone lying about their height, because I was just like, someone lying about their age and then now their height, you don't know even if they lied about that. So I'm always so conscious about height because I'm a tall girl and I don't want to go on a first date with someone, meeting someone for the first time. We have vibed. Imagine this guy, the way we vibed, like we used to talk for hours, and then you meet them and their physical appearance is not the same as you saw on the photos. Imagine how that will turn out. So I was so conscious about, one, their height and how they looked. The videos, the pictures, they were all the same. And I remember even during one of our video calls that he told me that, oh, you look exactly as your pictures. I've been catfished before. Like, I talked to some girl, and then now when we video called, girl looked totally different. I'm glad you're not that. Da, da, da. You know how the online dating things go. So yeah. So we met in Westlands. I remember that day I was working, I went to work, and then it was actually that's what I think we planned for, because it was just like, no, we have vibed so much, I can't wait until the weekend to see you. Like, I really have to see you. And I was just like, okay, Wednesday is a good day for me. So because Mondays is normally so hectic for me at work. So the previous day he told me, like, I've already done the booking, I've already reserved the place at this time. We were supposed to meet at 8. Was it 8:30 or 9? 8:30. 8:39-ish there. So now the day of the date on Wednesday. So I remember I came back home that day, and tell me why KPLC decided to do that thing on that day. Like, on the day that I'm supposed to go meet the love of my life. Oh, guys, the love of my life, I said. Okay. Tell me why KPLC, oh my God, what is this? Tell me why KPLC decided to do that thing. Like, there were no electricity in the middle of me doing my makeup, and I had not even done my lashes. So I came back home, showered, and I actually ate. I'm one of those girls who normally eat first before they go on a date. I don't know why, it's just a thing. I always just have this thing, like, go there when you are at least full. Don't go there when you are, don't go on a date, especially a first date, on an empty stomach. If you have already seen each other for some time, I won't mind. But if it's a first date, I have this thing whereby I always eat. At least I go there when I'm not really hungry. I always try and eat first. Like, I eat something. I don't go there on an empty stomach for a first date. It's just my thing. So I remember I ate that day, and then when doing my makeup, kaboom, KPLC, kaput. So I remember doing my makeup with a candle, because it was the ghetto. So I finished my makeup. It turned out pretty good. I didn't do heavy makeup because it's at night, and then again, I don't want to do like heavy makeup so that I look like two different people. But anyway, I don't do my makeup heavily. If you watch me with makeup and without makeup, there's a slight difference, but there's no big, huge difference. So I didn't want, again, to go very heavy on the makeup. I think that's another tip for the girls. Don't do heavy makeup while going on first dates, okay? And yeah, so I did my makeup light. I made sure that I looked good, cute, smelled good. And yeah, off we were. And I remember before even leaving the house, he texted me, and he sent me a picture of him. No, he didn't send a picture. He sent a picture of, like, he had already arrived. So he just sent me, hey, I'm already here. The picture was just of where he had sat, and told me, he texted me. This guy was really good with communication, you guys. When he was leaving the house, he told me. So when he was leaving, he told me, I'm now leaving, When he reached, he told me, and he sent me photos. He told me, I'm already here waiting for you. Oh, and I knew, oh my God, the date is still on. You know, some men, they will plan dates and then they just go silent on the day of the date. Yeah. Again, dating apps, manenos. So yeah, I wore a palazzo, a very nice palazzo. I think I'll put pictures here of what I wore. I don't know if I have pictures in that, because I recently cleared my gallery, and I don't think if I have that photo. So I wore my palazzo. I just wanted to look modest, to look feminine. I didn't want to go overboard with my dressing and all that. So I wore my palazzo, and then Uber, and off I went because it was at night and I was not intending to use public transport. So yeah. So then I remember I was 30 minutes late. Okay, yeah, your girl was 30 minutes late because he was there at exactly 8:30 and I arrived there at 9. Wow, so when I arrived, yo, guys, when I tell you this guy, when I arrived, I remember the waitress telling me, oh, your reservation is under who? And I said, and so and so, and the waitress took me to where he was seated. And who I remember looking at him, and he was dressed nicely, he dressed like he was going on a date. Like this guy kept on like ticking my boxes. You know, the way some people just don't take dates seriously and they just dress anyhowly. Like he did his part. He dressed so well. He was smelling so nice. And what about the looks? Oh my God. He looked so nice. Like compared, the pictures didn't do him justice. Like in person, he was looking so nice. Like so nice. So nice. Like, oh my God, I was just seated there. Like he was so romantic and so gentlemanish. And yeah, I'll give him all his flowers because he really deserved it. So even thinking about it, I'm still blushing. He hugged me and then pulled a seat for me. I sat down like the queen that I am. Oh my God. Okay, so I sat down and then we started talking. And I remembered I was just looking at him the whole time. I was so starstruck. Like I was just like, wow, you're so handsome in person. You look so good. Like he looked way better in person. Have you ever sat next to someone like across? Okay, because we sat across each other. So have you ever sat just like he was talking to me, and at some point I was just like, wow, I was just blank because I was just staring at him and I was just like, wow, you're so cute. You don't look your age. Like you're so cute. You look way young. And I would love to age that way. Like, wow. I would love to age that way because he didn't look like his age. Like he looked so young. And then he looked so nice. The skin, oh my God. He was not Kenyan, so he's not black. So yeah, you get my point. So yeah, so oh my God. I'm even excited when saying this. We talked. Remember, we clicked from the word go. Now in person, we talked. I remember we talked until we were the last people to leave that place. Until they came and told us, we now want to close. Can you guys go? Like it was that, like we clicked that much. I remember we talked. I don't know what we used to talk about, but we just clicked. So yeah, we talked, we ate, and yeah, I remember we drank some wine, and I remember at some point I even forgot that, oh, this is your first date, like you've never met this person. Like I just felt free, and around him it didn't feel like it was our first time seeing each other. Yeah, that was the word that I was looking for. Like we were so, like if we told someone that we were meeting for the first time, they wouldn't believe because of how we vibed. Like it didn't seem like a first date, like we were meeting for the first time. No. Like we talked and we vibed, like we're just talking as if we have known each other for ages. Mind you, this is the first time we are meeting. We've just been talking on phone. So I was just like, wow, like, oh God, like you've decided to give me perfect man. Nah, little did I know. Anyway, so we talked and talked and talked. We finished, I don't remember. Did we finish the wine? I don't remember if we finished, because I remember telling him I don't want to drink a lot of wine because I'm working the next day. So I remember the waiters came and told us that they want to close the place now. We should leave, like we should consider leaving. And yeah, so that that date went on well, and then after that we still planned another date. So yeah, and then on the first date, remember at this point, like we are just getting to know each other. We have not like committed to each other. Like he hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend and all that. So I remember like now and then he paid for my cab, like for my Uber back home and to and from. So another green flag. I was just like, oh, he said like, how much is your cab money? I want to send you here. Okay, guys. Anyway, so okay, so the date ended and we were now, okay, this story is going to be a long one. And then we were now like, okay, my Uber came and then he also was driving. So my Uber came and the goodbyes, we were telling each other goodbye, da da da. And then as I went for the hug, I just remember him kissing me. Oh, you know those awkward moments when you're going for a hug and then someone just kisses you abruptly out of nowhere. I'm just like, oh my God. Okay, love a girl. Anyway, yeah, so he kissed me on our first date, on our first meetup. And I was just like, I didn't see that coming, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And I was just like, wow, okay. So I remember I had told my friend, one of my friends that was going for the date, and obviously I sent the location to her. Yeah, another dating tips. If you're going on a date for the first time with someone, always make sure you share your pin locations. You never know, people are weirdos out here. So I remember I had sent my location. When I arrived, I sent my location, my pin location. I pinned it to my friend and told her, yeah, this is where I'm at in case of anything, da da da. I also remember sending my friend the number of this guy. Okay, actually, we haven't named him. What should we name him? Since he was a gentleman, let's name him Mr. G. G for gentleman. Yeah. So I sent my friend the pin location of where I was going, and when I arrived, I sent the pin, and also I sent her the number of Mr. G because yeah. Remember, I'm going for this first date. I'm meeting this person for the first time. It's at night and I don't want to risk it. You know the Nairobi stories of girls disappearing and all that. So always take precautions. So I sent the number of Mr. J to my friend and the pin. So obviously after the date, my friend wanted updates. I told her. So yeah, so I updated her. I just told her back home. I remember I came back home at around 12:30, heading to 1. So I was so tired and I was just like, back home. The date went good. I'll gist you tomorrow. And I also told Mr. G, I'm already back home. I enjoyed the date and yeah, I'm off to bed now. So, and Mr. G told me, let's plan another date. I want a second date with you. Oh, I was just like, what? Am I getting married this year? Oh my God. Oh my days. Wow. I was just like, wow, girl. You're getting married. Anyway, guys, no, joking. So yeah, so the next day we continued talking. He planned another date. And yeah, we went on another date. It was so nice. Like the vibes or vibing. So now, after the third date, and I was just like, okay, we have been vibing, we have been going on dates, like, you know, girls, I don't know if it's only me or it's with every other girl. Like, if I see that we are vibing and you're not like mentioning, like, should we start dating? I don't always want to find myself in a situation whereby we have been seeing each other for like 3 months and then you start asking, like, what are we doing, da da da. No, I didn't want that. So actually it was like 1 month in. So at this point, we have been talking for 1 month. So it was like, and we have gone for 3 dates. So it was like 1 month in, and we have been talking daily. So another thing I didn't mention to you is now, obviously, given that Mr. G was way older, Mr. G was a divorcee. Yeah, that's what he told me, that he's divorced and he has kids, like older kids actually. So that's part of the reason why I think I was also like, no, this okay, let me leave that for another day. So Mr. G was a divorcee. Was it a is it a divorcee? Yeah, Mr. G was a divorcee and he had kids. I think 3 kids, 3 or 2. I don't know, I can't remember. But what I remember is that he never used to talk so much about the kids and the family, no. So yeah, so 1 month, 3 dates later, I was just like, everything is going on well between us, we're vibing, and like, what is the situation between us? Like, what is going on? Like, what do you want out of this? Because you're not telling me anything. I'm such a lover girl. I was just like, you're not telling me what I want to hear. You're not asking me to be your girlfriend. Like, what is going on? Here is where the tea begins. I think this should be a part 1 and a part 2.